Hey everyone, welcome to the Shoot Par Now Golf Show. I'm Arlen Bento Jr. here with my co-host, James Stammer.
Hi, everybody.
And welcome to our episode this week. We hope you're doing well. We'd like to open the show and thank our sponsor. This is called Dry Goods. It's a body spray. You spray it on your body. It keeps you dry. It's not antiperspirant. It's not deodorant. It's just to keep you dry when you play golf. So if any of you struggle with perspiration or feeling a little...
I have this stuff. It works really good.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So basically, check it out. Dry Goods. Thank you for sponsoring our show today. Kind of a cool week, right, in golf?
Yeah.
We got a chance to see the Players' Championship, and it had a sudden death playoff, and we actually got
three-hole aggregate.
Three-hole aggregate, which is different, right? So two players were tied, and then they got a playoff in 3 holes. So Rory Mcilroy and JJ Spawn ended up tying. I think it was 12 under.
12 under, yep.
And then they had to play off today, which was really interesting.
They ran out of daylight yesterday.
Yeah.
After a 4-hour rain delay.
So, well, we had a lot of rain come through. We've been really dry here where we live, and I'm sure it was the same. I was looking on the radar when I was driving home. It was
same
like
little bunch,
kind of whipped across. So they took a lot of rain and had to stop. But you know, I watched the highlights and I watched some of the tournament, and you know what struck me so weird? And again, this is maybe controversial, but like the names aren't there, right? I mean, because all the best players are not playing on the PGA Tour, so they're not invited to play in the championship.
Seems like the big names, yeah. I mean, you still had Scheffler, who's still trying to get his game back.
Right. And then
his putting's been very inconsistent.
Well, so remember we've talked about this on our radio show for years, and I've always made fun of the young guys when they go on those streaks. Or we talked about, remember Jordan Spieth went bananas, and so it's really hard to put the gas on the pedal when you hit the top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you become number one in the world, and I don't forget how many times he won.
Won 7 times last year.
Yeah, I mean that's better than Spieth won once 5, right?
Yeah.
When he was super hot, right? So you win 7 times. The world has changed for him.
Yeah.
He went from he's like this, right?
Yeah.
It's really tough to be hungry.
Not much further up you can go.
No, there's nowhere to go. So you kind of this was the joke, right? The joke was, okay, so now they went from, struggling, shouldn't say struggling, but they weren't multi-millionaires. Now they're multi-millionaires. He could have 20, 30, 40, $50 million in the bank or more.
Mm-hmm.
They always tend to plan their schedules out different, right? When you don't have the money, you're like, oh, I got to play here. I got to play here. I got to play here. I'll play over there. How much you paying? I'll go over here.
Yeah, and then every week. And
then when you get money, it's like, no, I think I'm going to go to Dubai and take a $3 million payday. And let me go to Thailand, or let me go to Australia,
or let me stay home with the kids and the wife and everything else.
And again, a lot of times they start having kids because they're financially set.
Yep.
The joke I've said was, so they marry their girlfriends, they buy big houses.
Yeah.
They create all their teams because they have to create their businesses, because it's not just them and a caddy and a manager. It's a whole thing, right? Because now you got financial stuff, you got endorsements, you got legal, everybody's on payroll now, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you're paying your buddy
you better have a good accountant.
all that has to get started, right? And so now you look at it and go, here's my schedule. So I'll practice here and get ready for that one. And then, I got to fly over here. Oh, honey, you want to go to the Maldives, or let's go over here and let's go to Saint-Tropez, or let's go. It's so they get soft, is what I'm saying. It's really hard. So Scotty, if you're watching this, don't get soft. But again, then they go, oh, but I'm in a slump. Well, you're in a slump because you haven't been playing enough, and he got hurt, right, too.
Yeah. He had surgery.
Yeah.
Jordan Spieth same way. Yeah.
Well, with that ankle roll and all the stuff he does, how long is that ankle going to hold up?
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. That's going to be tough, right? So Spieth was always hanging on to it, right, to keep it from kind of going left. And, but he's doing good. I like him. They're all coming back. They come back in a couple of years once their kids go to kindergarten.
That's how it worked for you, right?
No, I think all of them. It's like once they go to kindergarten, it always seems like the kids are a little older, right? And then, they can kind of come back to golf. That's Jordan Spieth's doing. It took him 4 or 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, but it still was a good tournament. Great conditions. Got the iconic par 3 that always drives everybody nuts.
What drove poor JJ Spawn nuts?
Yeah, this morning that was tough to watch. So you want to tell them Go ahead, do the overview. What happened on the aggregate?
They roll out there for this 3-hole playoff because they ran out of daylight yesterday, thanks to the rain delay and about 5.5 hour round of golf.
Yeah, it's always slow up there. Yep,
but
hard golf course.
They got out there and Rory birdied the 16th.
Right.
Spawn had a par, so he's one down.
Right. With
17 and 18 left to play. Rory hit his in the middle of the green on 17, and Spawn hit his over the green
on the first one.
On the first into the water. Goes over to the drop area, hits another one in the water. 2. Winds up taking a triple bogey, and Rory
makes bogey there though.
Rory 3-putted.
Because that was a hard one. Yeah, he missed a 3-putt.
Yep.
So now he's got what? He
got the 18 with a 3-shot lead.
Right.
It's kind of hard. I mean, 18 is not an easy hole.
No.
I mean, you've got water the entire length of the hole down the left side.
You got to pick a shape.
And you have all the trees down the right side, along with all that pine straw underneath.
Yep.
Rory hit that little 3-iron he's been using.
I thought
control it. Maybe he hit it. Maybe he hit drive.
He hit drive. Yeah.
And knock it down there.
No, he went way right too. He had a little. There was a little tightness on that swing.
He wound up with a bogey.
Yeah. But so this is so this is conversation. It was kind of cool having the 3 holes on a Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished a bunch of lessons and people were talking about it. And you know what's interesting? Whenever students or people, whatever, see pros struggle, they always have this kind of like little like, ha ha ha,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they
eat it up. Yeah.
They do because they know it's hard, right? And I was telling a couple students, golf is so pressure packed, right? And 1 degree can be catastrophic. And if you look at this playoff, right,
mm-hmm.
the 2 best players for the week
mm-hmm.
on one of the best courses and venues playing for, between the 2 of them, first place was what? 4.5
million. Second place was
2.7. So largest purse in golf history, right?
That's a lot of money.
So you're either going to win 4.5 or 2.7.
Yeah.
No matter what, right?
Yeah.
So pretty good odds. And
it's hard to be sad. I mean, I made 1.8 million less than the other guy, but
I'm okay.
2.7 is not going to hurt you any. Yeah.
But think about it, right? So he didn't miss that par 3 green all week.
No,
he didn't miss it one time. But now because it's for something, even in their scope, right?
Yeah,
2 balls in the water, right? McIlroy makes birdie, bogey. 3 holes now.
Yeah.
He goes birdie, bogey, bogey. The other guy goes
double bogey on 18.
He double bogey. That's right.
Yeah.
The other guy goes par, triple, bogey. Think about that. They played this golf course all week.
Yeah.
They had a night's sleep.
So
they got a warm up.
The 2 best players
in a scramble, they lost to everybody in the world. You could take their best ball, and they would have lost to everyone.
Yeah, one par and 1 birdie, and the rest was just ugly. Crooked numbers.
But that's how golf is, So I keep telling students, like I have a lot of players that, this is the Shoot Par Now show. It's based on my learning system. If you haven't checked out Shoot Par Now, make sure you do. Click on the 3 free lesson videos. Just put your email in for my newsletter, and you'll get my 3 core videos. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Check it out. It works really well. But all the people that are in the Shoot Par Now program, as I train them from beginner to intermediate to level up, whatever they want to be, I tell them, they always come in like they're just so surprised that they can't keep it together. Every single one comes in, it's like, oh, I had it and I lost it. Or, hit my driver good, couldn't hit my irons. Oh, hit my irons great, couldn't hit my driver. I go, guys, that's just how golf is. Because you see it in our best players in the world,
Oh, yeah.
But I thought it was a good tournament to watch. It's always fun.
Fun to watch. It's always fun. My favorite part is when they get towards the end of the day on Sunday and they show the 17th tee and they show all the TrackMan lines
of all the shots,
during the week.
Yeah,
and some of them are like
they're all over the place.
How did the ball go that far over there? You watch some of them, you're thinking, what?
Hey, did you get a chance to watch the Creator Cup?
I did not know.
Oh, that was kind of interesting. So I'll talk about it only because I think it's interesting. So the Creator Cup, they started it, I think, last year, right?
Okay.
So they take all the top YouTube guys and they go, I think it was, I don't know if it was 12. I forgot how many. Maybe it was 12. Maybe it was 16. But they take some of the better players and then they play this. It was kind of, they made the last hole into, 17 was the last hole. I think they didn't play 18. So they wanted everybody to finish on that hole. And, some of these creator guys, they're more famous than look, they're way more famous than JJ Spawn.
They got a lot more followers.
Oh
than
my
half the guys on
gosh,
tour.
there's so that's why you see all the tour players wanting to play matches on their channels because if John Rahm plays with somebody, then John Rahm picks up 300,000 followers.
Yeah,
and that's valuable in the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but Grant Horvath won.
Mm-hmm.
So Grant Horvath is from Stewart.
Nice.
Right? So he's one of the top, YouTube creator guys. So I remember his name, and I always thought it was this other kid that had the same name that I coach, and it was never him. And because he played at South Fork, and South Fork is they're not a great golf team. They weren't a great, and I had some really, really good teams, so we never played them. But then I was looking through some of my clippings the other day or something. I found a post, and it was like, so I actually was the coach of the year in the area when Grant Horvath was first team, and I don't know who he is. Like I don't ever remember him playing, or I don't remember.
What about your guys? You were concentrating on your guys.
I never saw his scores. Like I was trying to look at because we would play. You'd have in the paper they used to cover the teams like so and so played so and so. Here's the scores, and I never remember going, wow, there's a really good kid at South Fork.
Yeah.
No, there has been really good kids, but at the time my teams were crazy good. Like they were all scratch. We were really strong, so we never played them. But I just think it's funny that he's turned and worked really hard. Played Division II, I think Palm Beach Atlantic. His dad's a club pro or teacher pro, and I think, of course, that helps. But I will tell you, I've watched a lot of Grant play, and his swing has gotten really good. He wasn't as long when he first started. He's longer. It's really flowy. He has always struggled, I think, with his putter. Like he's been through claw, all kinds of stuff. But he went to the broomstick.
Oh boy.
Oh, but he is smooth. He played great. He won the thing, and he made some really nice putts. And he's really close to Mickelson. And Mickelson has been kind of telling him, you could play for a living.
Maybe I'll try.
Oh no, with that putter, the way I saw him putt, he's at a different level. So by far, I think that's the best guy right now. There's some good guys out there, but I don't think anybody is as smooth and everything looks like a tour player. So Grant, if you watch this, I really like what you're doing. So
keep it up.
Yeah, come on our show. Maybe you want to come on our show and put your big cap. Yeah, sit right here. But I did enjoy watching the Creator Cup. There was some great stuff on there. But again, it just kind of highlighted the golf course and did everything else like that. Well, we're having St. Patrick's Day today.
I forgot my green.
Yeah, I get to pinch you. I wore this just on purpose. Now, I will say this is my master shirt. It's Arnold Palmer, limited edition. It's not a master shirt, but it kind of has a master's feel.
It's got that feel. You'd blend in with some of the flora there.
Yeah, so I wore it today because of St. Patrick's. Probably should have mentioned it, but I'm going to wear it again when we do our Masters Week and our pimento sandwiches and all that stuff. Make sure to watch our Masters show because we're going to have our pimento cheese sandwiches that we both make. And I guess we have to have a judge. I guess we're going to have to use somebody. Maybe we're going to use my son George.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some local people come in and
judge. We'll have to come. We'll call some people and have a judge. That'll be fun, right? Okay.
Yeah, some of our listeners, if they're in the area, are watchers.
So tour goes to where this next week? Do you know off the top of your head? Because this is a weird week. Like it's kind of a break.
This isn't Valspar, is it?
No, I think it's a week after. Yeah. And then the Masters is right around the corner, right? Okay. So we got I know we got 2 weeks, I think, before the Masters, right? But is it 2 weeks?
Comes up Easter week. Or
3 weeks.
Right around there.
Yeah. So 3 weeks, I think, then. But anyway, that's to me, Masters is always the start of golf. Masters is what triggers golf throughout the whole world. And I just enjoy it. And I'm so glad I got to go visit it and be there and do that. We'll talk about that leading up to it. But we're going to go ahead and cover whatever comes out next week. Anything going on locally? Any events?
Tonight we've got the TGL, the Tomorrow Golf
League.
The
championship.
Tonight and tomorrow night tonight's the semifinals, tomorrow's the finals.
And you did get to go to that.
Got to go down there a couple Mondays ago.
Yep.
I wasn't here last week to report on it, but it's a lot better in person.
Is it?
It's a lot of fun in person.
Yeah.
They really, really ramp things up in person.
You feel like it's entertaining.
Yeah, it goes by a lot faster when you're there.
Oh yeah,
they've got a lot of stuff going on in between.
So when they're
during the commercial breaks, they got a lot of stuff going on. It was hysterical because they had a contest to win like a shirt, gift pack, or something or other, and they had these two guys there, and the thing was, whichever one of them could name the most players in the whole league would win the prize. So the one guy gets going and he's naming some players off, and the kid about 2 people down from me is yelling his own name out, like because people are trying to help him out with somebody to. Shane Lowry. He hasn't said Shane Lowry. So Shane Lowry. And this kid kept throwing his name out there. And the guy wouldn't guess it. But the other guy, when he got stuck, he threw his name out. And we were all dying because it's like,
yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Like, I got him to say my name. Yes.
Smart kid.
It was funny.
Yeah. So how long was the match?
It was just under 2 hours.
So it was pretty quick. I mean, was it
pretty quick? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I'll get an invite to go down.
It's interesting. It's the guys interact a lot more than you're used to seeing.
Yeah, they're much more even Tiger smiled, like Tiger's smiling, so it's a whole different vibe. If Tiger's going to even crack any kind of smile,
and you get guys that are heckling them while they're trying to hit shots, and they encourage you to be vocal.
Oh, they want you to it's kind of their competition to like the live environment where it makes golf not so fuddy-duddy.
Yeah.
I do want to go check it out.
Now, I was fortunate enough, thanks to Whistle Pig Whiskey, for the tickets.
That's who got Jim to go. Yeah,
I was in the front row. Down, if you watch the camera that showed them from a side view hitting that way, I was in the background. But
did not see that.
They had this camera on rails that kept coming by and stopping just past me and right in front of the guy next to me.
Oh.
So he had to constantly look around this thing. And I laughed. I said, man, if I paid $100 or so for the seat, I'd be mad if that thing parked. He goes, I paid $350 for this seat.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, ooh.
You didn't know?
I didn't know how much they were.
Oh, they're expensive.
Wow,
they're $350, $400. Yeah.
That's sticker shock.
It's a little bit cheaper, like everything when you go up, but it's not that cheap at all.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know if I dropped $300-$400 to go watch it. Enough they invited me to cover it, and
it was New York against Boston. So we had Derek Jeter was there.
Yep.
Big Poppy was there from Boston. So
yep.
They had their little
wagers going.
Their little wagering match. Their little, back and forth going between the two of them during the match. So it was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
So if you're in, if what we're talking about is the TGL Tomorrow Golf League, I thought it was Tiger Woods Golf League, but the Tomorrow Golf League, it's down in Jupiter. There's only
Palm Beach State College.
Yeah, there's only 2 more matches.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow night.
But we'll see. I mean, the whole idea, I think, is that to expand nationwide and have all kinds of events.
They want to put one either in LA or Vegas.
Yeah.
They want to build a second one.
Yeah, I can see that in Vegas being
Vegas seems like a natural spot for it.
The thing of it now is it's got marquee names. Are people going to go to it without the marquee?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How much can you expand and keep a lot of marquee players?
Right, like and how much you got to pay them to go to Vegas and play if they're not from Vegas.
The winning team gets $9 million.
Well, that'll keep you engaged, won't it?
There's 4 guys playing, so that's 4 guys on the team.
I didn't know it was that much.
You play 3, it's $9 million to the winning team.
So it's $3 million each.
So there's 4 of you.
Oh, so whatever. 2.25
million.
That's a lot, though. They'll get guys to play for that.
I'd go play for that.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. Yeah, I probably would.
There's going to be a lot more. I think you'll see different divisions come. Not as televised, but I can see those hosting. Really good college players, really good high school players.
What I think is interesting is, they've got different teams, different cities. You have Boston, and you have Jupiter, and you have Atlanta, but they all play in the same place. It's
right.
Like, okay, why is Rory McIlroy and Shane Lowry on Boston? Is it because it's an Irish town?
Yep.
So you got to have the Irishmen on the team?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's exactly right.
What do some of these guys have to?
But Tiger's on what team?
He's on Jupiter.
Jupiter Links. Jupiter Links. That's right.
And it's like, okay, Tom Kim's on that team. Tom Kim's not from here. But hey, whatever.
I watched him play. I don't even know. I mean, I know I'm hurt, but I never know. Tom Kim, never heard of him. Yeah. So that's the thing, even like we're talking about, even watching the players, right? There's nobody up there you recognize, and that's kind of.
There's very few. There's a lot of names you look and you go, where did this guy come from?
I wonder what the viewership was on the event compared to years with that much money and that. I mean, it was a great event. I mean, it wasn't like anybody ran away with it. And Rory, having Rory on top made it feel like a major, right? But it was kind of exciting. So down here, we're kind of middle of March. We're kind of going to have about 2-3 more weeks. A lot of winter snowbirds will start to leave our area.
Well, we changed the time, so it's daylight later now. So
that's a big deal. You can play golf.
If you get off work at 4 or 5 o'clock, you can get some range time in, or get a few holes in before it gets dark.
And I have a lot of students that are actually. I'm hearing my students telling me they're watching this. So
nice.
Make sure you join the annual Academy membership, because you can play the Saints golf course after $245 all year for basically a $15 cart fee. And a lot of people have been using that all winter, but you got to join the Academy. It's not the courses program, it's my program. And it gives you access to our app and some training stuff and some inner circle special events. We just had a Cobra event out at the club at the Saints. And I always try to invite the members for a couple hours, give them free lessons and tips. Been really doing well with Cobra. Cobra's been doing good. And I should always thank them for being sponsors of Cobra and Puma. If you're watching this, thank you.
Him for repairing his 7-iron.
Oh, yeah, we do have to talk about that. So, if you follow me on Instagram, I was trying to do a drill the other day where I put my impact bag on a chair and wasn't really paying attention. And I smoked the middle chair with my 7-iron. And where is that 7-iron? Where'd it go? Did I stick it in the bag?
It's got
let me see. I'll grab it. It'll be funny.
It was one of those dope moments.
Yeah, so there's my 7-iron. It's really sad. I could probably break.
She can be fixed.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Yeah. So Cobra, sorry, I broke my 7-iron. And you know what was the funniest part of this is actually, I'll get off camera here. The chair is the funny part.
Oh, is the chair? Oh, the chair's hurt too. Look at that.
So if you're looking for something to laugh at, go check out my Instagram and go find me. You liked it because you said when I hit it, my face that I made when I looked at it.
You hit it, and you kind of did I just, you looked at the club and you went,
Oh, that's exactly what I felt. And then you were teasing me, right? Because there was a guy that made a comment on my Instagram where the guy says, what did you think was going to happen? I'm like, well, I wasn't trying to hit the chair. I wasn't thinking that, Well, real life things happen. Yeah. And you just got to roll with it. So luckily I didn't.
That's why they repair things.
They didn't hurt my hand. It's right? But I still recommend the drill. Just don't hit the chair. Don't use a club. Use I usually do with a broomstick, or I have this thing I use with a pool floating on. But that was
certainly not going to do the thing where I lay on the ground and hold a tee in my.
Oh no, that's dangerous.
You hit it off.
Not me. I'm not that good.
Anymore. Not now.
I'd take your teeth right out. There's no way.
You need some dental work. This lesson.
Dental work. You won't have a face. I can chili dip with the best of them. Anyway, well, that's going to be it for us this week. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, it really helps. We can talk about different topics. If you have questions about True Now or about your golf swing, you can go ahead and ask. We're going to start pulling comments off of the shows and maybe kind of respond to a few things. We're talking to you about potentially doing a live. We'll do a couple live things too. Probably not till May when my stuff slows down a little bit, but we want to do some live streams and interact with people. So hopefully you're enjoying the content, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, and if you want to be a judge on our pimento cheese sandwich thing, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we should do a little live on that episode. We'll set up 2 feeds, and we'll put a live feed and we'll do our tape. And hey, that would be fun. Let's do that. Yeah. And let's do this. We'll do that, and we're gonna take. We'll pick something random and we'll come up with some prizes. We'll look at one of our sponsors and we'll get some stuff put together. So that's cool. A great idea. All right. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and hope you play really good golf.